The Bears off season.
The Bears.
Yeah, Martellus Bennett.
Yeah. Let's say nothing right now.
How are you with this new Pope?
New
Pope.
It was neat. It was fun to watch.
Did you pick this one?
I didn't pick this Pope, no. I was wrong.
Rambo?
I had someone else as a favorite. No.
What's the process like for deciding when to rest guys? I mean, not a lot of coaches in the NBA even have to worry about that. You have an older team. What's that?
I have some older guys. I don't actually have an older team,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, so what's that like for you?
It's no process. I mean, really, it's just what you see. And, you know, you travel with the guys, you talk to them all the time. And when you pick on something where you think a guy needs a day off, you give him a day off. I mean, a lot doesn't go into it. I'm not one that really looks at the schedule and say, let's do it on this game or this game. It's more what's in front of you, and you make a decision.
Have you talked to Paul today? Does he feel?
It feels good, yeah.
How does Kevin feel?
Feels good, you know. He didn't play a lot last night, or neither did we for that matter, but no, he feels fine, he's ready.
Is there a point in minutes limit, Doc, where you say if they don't play, let's say 22, 23 minutes, but KG did not, you essentially count it as a night off?
No, I think once you play, you play. I've never bought that theory. If you play 10 minutes opposed to 30 minutes, you have more rest. I mean, it sounds great, but you still, you know, you warm up the same, you do a lot of things the same. So he was playing the back-to-back today anyway, so it really didn't matter.
Is this just one of those stretches for him with the ball?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, we all go through them. At least they all go through them. And so he's going through one, and we just got to get him back in rhythm.
I know you said you don't have specific days circled on the calendar, but do you have an idea that you want to rest KG or Paul once or twice more the rest of the season? Or
Yeah, I look at that. You know, you know, with Kevin, probably even more so. I would love to give him a couple more off this season before the playoffs start. So, but you know, listen, it'll all dictate. Sometimes you'll suggest it, and he's like, I feel great. You know, so we'll find out.
Does the result from last night change? Because obviously, when you sat KG the first time, it worked out. You guys had a huge win.
Yeah.
Last night, not so much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, once you give them the day off, you've given them off, and you're hoping your team can rally and play well. We were pretty bad last night. I don't know if any of them had played, all of them, or Paul and whoever else is injured had played. We won last night. We had a terrible game.
You talked about Kevin wanting to maybe get him a little better shots and doing a better job of that. Do you want him to maybe establish inside more? Or, I mean, he's been shooting some threes lately.
Yeah, well, I mean, he shoots one a game, you know, two. We're working in that for our end of the game play sets, so Kevin can get some threes up. But no, I don't. I just think when you look at his shots, they're pretty much the same shots he's been getting. So, you know, Kevin has probably always been 50-50 post jump shots. I don't think they're not going in right now. I think our spacing is poor too. I think there's a lot of things that go into it.
That's one game this team's been getting to the free throw line against you guys a lot. Is that by product of just tired legs, like just mental lapses, or what would you?
I'm hoping it's by bad defense because I mean, we're fouling a lot, and you know, when you play Oklahoma City, you probably go into the game knowing there's a pretty good chance they're going to shoot more free throws than you, even though we beat them here by shooting more than them. But I thought in that game there was a lot of bad fouls, you know, where we didn't get matched up and guys are driving to the lanes and we're reaching, and I thought a lot of that again was last night. So that's something we have to correct. We really need a practice, to be honest. We haven't had a good practice in a while with the schedule that we've had, and we need one. We need a good one.
Doc, you hold tonight? Everyone going to go?
Everybody's going.
When do you think you practice next?
Friday.
Doc, you obviously know Bill. Have you ever had conversations about the art of keeping a team together?
We've had a lot of conversations, you know, so I'm not going to go into what we've talked about, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to do it, you know. You know, we lost Ray, it feels like the same way they lost Wes, you know. You wanted them and you did everything you could, and somehow, you know, they go somewhere else. And, you know, just like we wanted Ray to stay, I know they wanted Wes to stay, and it just sometimes doesn't work out. There's too many other people involved, you know. That's what's great once everyone's signed is the coaches and the players, and, you know, no one can get in your group, but once you get into free agency, a lot of other people get involved with decision making that is outside of winning and losing, and that's why I guess it's called free agency, but it makes it tough.
Can you comment on Toronto and how they changed since the addition of Rudy Gay?
Well, they're better. They have a go-to guy, and having a go-to guy allows the other guys to be better players. I think the guy who's probably benefited the most without watching him every game would be DeRozan, because he's a guy that likes to get to the basket, and Rudy creates space. So I thought it was a good move for him.
Will you use that entire 10-day before you make a decision on White and Randolph?
Yeah. I don't honestly. I don't even pay much attention to it. I don't even know what day it expires or anything like that. So we go to the end, and it's funny. They struggled in the second half last night, but I thought both of them in periods in the first half played pretty well for us. So it's just difficult for those guys. They're not going to play a lot, and they're going to be spotty minutes, and you're asking them to play well, and that haven't been with the team all year. That's hard to do.
Petrus not re-signing him, was it basically he wasn't healthy?
For us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that, and I think money. I think he was waiting to get paid more early on, and we just couldn't do that. So, but he was great for us. I mean, he's another one of those guys that you want not only on your team but in your locker room, because he's the sunshine bringer. You laugh, when you see him, and when he's around, and he works hard, but he keeps things happy. Unlike you guys, when I see you, it's the exact opposite, Phil.
He was in your locker room tonight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and we laughed. If he was, I'm fighting the other guys for letting him in.
Wade Randolph, do you almost have to go by what you see in practice more than the game?
Well, we haven't had a lot of practice, so yeah.
But they don't play out either, so it's kind of.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it really is. I mean, honestly, and I've said it before, I'm really more focused on the guys that are going to be playing in a rotation, and if one of those guys can somehow break through somehow, it would be great. It'd be great for our team. I understand it's really hard for them. I mean, that's hard to do, hard to play well. I thought half the reason they struggled in the second half yesterday, you just felt the stress they both were under because they wanted to play well. That's just hard to do. So we would definitely love to have one for sure that could help us. But I'll take both.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.